Hey guys, Dropship Tyler here, and welcome to the fourth video in my series of starting an eBay dropshipping store with a $0 investment. So the way I'm starting with $0 is I'm using the 50 free listings that eBay actually provides to new sellers on a monthly basis. I'm also not using any employees or software. I'm doing everything manually myself to start. Anything that I do down the road, like hire virtual assistants or buy software, is going to be done with the profits that I'm currently making. If you guys aren't aware what dropshipping is, I do have a free ebook in the description below that you need to check out. The book is a great way to get started and understand the 3 basic strategies of eBay dropshipping that all strategies nowadays actually stem from. For those of you who aren't aware, I do have a course that came out this past Friday. It's called the Automated Dropshipping Blueprint. It's a course unlike any of the other ones that are out there right now. It actually teaches you how to use the SaleFreak software, which is the best software out there for Amazon to eBay arbitrage. So now I want to get into the phone screenshot of my sales. And as you can see here, I have 14 active items still. I did tell you guys after the first week that I wanted to go to 25. I said the same thing last week and the week before. And the problem is I've just come out with so many new things recently: YouTube content, my course, managing my eBay stores, the same stuff that I said the week before that was holding me back. The screenshot actually isn't correct though in terms of my 60-day total or the number sold. I actually have one more sold and I'm over $1,200 on sales. The reason that it's not showing up properly is because I was swiping through my sold items, and when I swiped right on one by accident, I accidentally clicked delete. So it deleted out of the sold items and it took the sale off of my dashboard. And for those of you guys that need proof of that, here is a screenshot from my computer desktop. And you can see that I am over $1,200 in sales, as well as I'd like to point out the fact that I have 1 positive feedback now. That's pretty crazy on this many sales that I only have 1. Not sure why people are not willing to leave me positive feedback, but at least they're not leaving negative feedback, which is good. I did mention that one of my goals too was to get more positive feedback, and I had 0 feedback up until this week, so I'll take 1, honestly. And to prove that the feedback actually matters to some buyers, if you look at this message here that I received 2 days ago, I believe, this person wanted to know where I was located in the US, and they said that they would like to order, but that I have no history. At this time, I actually did have 1 feedback, so this person was lying. I did have at least 1 history. I never actually responded to this buyer. The first thing I would tell him in the message is that I have a lot of experience with e-commerce. I'm just new with this store on eBay. I would tell them that I sell on other platforms, such as Amazon. I would also tell them that I use a multi-channel fulfillment system, which means that I store my items in multiple warehouses across the country, and it automatically ships the items out for me, takes all the sales from each platform and manages those in one uniform system. I would also just reassure the buyer that eBay is not going to let the buyer get scammed. It's hard for a buyer to really actually get scammed by a seller. It's way easier for a seller to get scammed by a buyer. So now let's get into the total profit that I've had so far. What's interesting is I did have a sale that was a $33 profit. I believe it was like $31 and something cents on the front end, and then some back end profit with the credit card cashback and the Mr. Rebates cashback. I'll talk about that sale towards the end of the video when I show you guys exactly how I get the higher margin sales on eBay from Walmart with the items under $35. So my total pending cashback so far is $26.03. Cashback profit is what I consider the back end profit. That's going to be my 1% credit card cashback and my 2% Mr. Rebates cashback. The credit card cashback comes at the end of every month when the credit card billing statement arrives, and the Mr. Rebates cashback comes 3 months after the purchase date on Walmart. So then my front end total profit is $63.33, and what that is just the sale price of the item minus the eBay fees, the PayPal fees, and the cost of the item on Walmart. So this is money that I actually have right now on hand from the sale itself. The cancellation and refund losses, I've only had 1 item canceled or refunded, so I've only lost the 30-cent PayPal transaction fee on 1 order still. and that brings my total profit to $89.06. As you guys know, I not only keep track of profit, but I keep track of the amount of hours I work. And you can see here that now my total hours total 11.6. That's not that great for doing this for 4 weeks. As I mentioned, I'm literally just doing the minimum of ordering the products and uploading tracking to actually maintain the store. That brings my hourly rate to $7.70. And mainly the hourly rate is high right now and keeps increasing because I'm just not working that much and my items just keep generating more and more sales. So that hourly rate, if I did have more hours in, I think the hourly rate would be lower, but because of the total number of hours worked would be higher, I would be overall more profit if I had more listings and I had put more time into the store. So now I want to take you guys inside my computer and show you how I've had some really high profit multi-quantity sales from Walmart. The multi-quantity sales account for actually probably 80% of my profit. So I've had some $7 ones, a $10 one, a $12 one, and now this $33 one. So as you can imagine, sorry for my dog walking in the background there. As you can imagine, those sales have made up the majority of my profits. So as you can see here, we do have the Walmart.com page open, and I've went ahead and searched for animal food. The reason is because I find animal food actually sells very well in multi-quantity, and I've also filtered out, well, let me filter this out now. I've also now filtered out any item that's over $35, and the reason for that is we want the low-cost items that we have to add the $5.99 shipping to. We also want to only see items that are sold by Walmart.com. And now all of these would be great candidates to list on your store. And the reason is because I think this is just my belief, is that because these are items that people are going to need more of because they obviously get used and eaten by their animal or whatever, they're going to need more of them, so they just buy multiple ones at a time. So when somebody buys 2 of these, the total cost is going to be $12.68 plus $5.99 instead of, $6.34 plus $5.99 times 2. So we're saving $6 on the shipping there. Now for an item like this is where you can, really start making some really, really good money on, because when someone buys 2 of these, the total cart is $41.50. And from there, you're actually going to get to keep the $5.99 shipping on both items. So that's how you're going to make these higher margin sales, even when you're doing a low margin on the front end. So when you make these multi-quantity sales, your profit margin percent is so high that it makes up for all the low margin sales that you made to get that multi-quantity sale. Obviously, animal food isn't the only category that is great for this. Any item that is perishable or, someone's going to have to buy more of once they use it is a great item for you to list on your store. So I know that was a really short tutorial and explanation, but I just wanted to give you guys a brief overview of how I make those higher margin multi-quantity sales from Walmart.com. I hope you learned something in this video. I hope you'll like this video, leave a comment, let me know your thoughts. And if you're not a subscriber, highly recommend you subscribe. I put out content regularly on eBay dropshipping, as well as some entertaining videos like the one I just did yesterday, where a fellow YouTube dropshipper named Paul J. Lipsky pranked me. It was hilarious. I recorded the entire thing and then found out later it was him. So watch that video. You'll be entertained for sure. Thanks guys for your support on the channel. I really appreciate it.